Hey there, this is Tony Gaddis, author of Starting Out with Java. In this video, we're going to talk about passing arrays as arguments to methods. Now, you might recall back in Chapter 5, you read about the benefits of breaking a program down into methods, modularizing a program, so that you have different methods to perform the different tasks that the program has to do. Well, when you're writing a program that performs lots of operations on an array, you'll find it useful to break that program down into methods that perform operations on the array, and then when you need to perform some particular operation on the array, you pass it as an argument to one of these methods. For example, suppose you're writing a program that works with integer arrays, and you find that frequently the program needs to display the contents of one of these integer arrays on the screen. Well, you could easily write a method that accepts an integer array as an argument, and then it simply displays the contents of that array on the screen. Well, here you see the code for a method that does just that. This method is named showArray. And notice that it has a parameter named array, and the parameter is declared as an integer array. Now, let me just mention that the name array, there's nothing special about that. I just decided to call the parameter array because that's what it is. It's an array of integers. So when we call this method, we pass an integer array as an argument to the method, and then you see that inside the method we have a for loop that simply steps through the elements of the array and displays their contents. Okay, now let's talk for a moment about really what happens when we pass an array as an argument to a method. Suppose that in a program we have this declaration. We're declaring numbers as an integer array, or rather numbers is a reference variable, and it refers to an integer array, and that array is initialized with these values 5, 10, 15, 20, and so forth. So as you can see, the array has 8 elements. So we can picture the numbers variable as referring to the array like this. Now suppose that in that same program we have this statement. This statement calls the showArray method, and it passes numbers as an argument. So what happens there is that the address of the array is passed as an argument into the array parameter that is here in the showArray method. So once that happens, the array parameter, it refers to the same array that numbers refers to, and then here in the method we have the for loop that uses that array parameter to simply step through the array and display the contents of its elements. Here's a complete Java program that demonstrates the method. In our class we have two methods. We have our main method, and then here we have the showArray method, and this is the same code that we saw before. Up in the main method, here we've declared an array of integers, and we're referencing that array with the numbers variable. So numbers refers to this array of integers that's initialized with the values 5, 10, 15, and so forth. And then here in this statement we call the showArray method, passing the numbers variable as an argument. So when we execute this program, we should see these values 5, 10, 15, and so forth. We should see those displayed on the screen. So let's compile the program, and let's run the program, and there's the output, and we see the contents of the numbers array displayed here on the screen.